Courage. That's what's necessary right now. Courage. Courage in the face of everything. Courage for yourself, for your loved ones, and for all your brothers and sisters here on this planet. Great courage. But from a deeper place. See, I used to think that courage was something that you mustered up and that it was somehow a measure of manhood. It can be. But courage actually comes from the heart. It's not the willingness to like, I'm going to overcome my fear, because that type of courage is temporary. And that kind of courage is something you develop. Hopefully, some people don't. As a child, as an adolescent, those tests of life where life punches you, puts you down, and the test is like, can you get back up? Can you take the punch and get back up? And then become mighty in the face of fear. And it's like a tree ring. It's the first part, but there's this deeper layer of courage that I want to speak to here. And it's, for lack of better words, it's like divine courage, the willingness to feel vulnerable and afraid, but trust the love that's in your heart to take you deeper. And the test of that is very often met, but actually unseen. It's when life throws you a challenge so big. The test isn't, can you get back up and throw the punch back or take a punch? The test is, do you have the humility to not get back up and trust that a higher power is taking care of you, and that you can yield to that and surrender to that and allow it to be created from you. And what that takes is actually, this is difficult, embracing in your body powerlessness. And in the Starkind Alliance, the group I host right now, where I assist light workers coming into the full power, this always shows up. And when it shows up, it means you're on the freaking pinnacle of your empowerment. It's like, it's the hardest thing. But when you're at this point, when you're feeling absolutely freaking powerless, good news. You're about to transmute something that takes enormous amount of courage for people to face, and most people never face it. It means you're ready to embrace real power. Peace. Peace is the true power. See, as long as you're feeling powerless and you're in a place of egoically trying to rise above powerless, eventually you will end up powerless, especially during these times, because life is trying to destroy your egoic idea of power, an egoic idea of confidence, which is rooted in separation, and to bring you into real power, which is rooted in unity, alignment, consciousness, which actually means you're not separate. You're just allowing the power of the divine to actually move through you. And things are so much more easier and more fun that way. You're not resisting life. You're actually trusting that you will be supported, guided, that things will move through you. But it comes back to loving that powerless, to actually have the audacity, the courage, I would say, the trust to say, I choose to be this powerless. Most people can't do it. The last thing you want to say, I choose to be this powerless. No, I want to be powerful. Oh, we need to stand in our power. Good fucking luck right now, standing in your power. Who's going to stand in that power? Who? What identity? What separate ego is going to do that? There is a greater power when you let that one dissolve. And so when you say, I choose to be this powerless with your hand on your heart, you're actually reclaiming a part of you that's already choosing that. And that movie's coming to an end. The part of you that's choosing to create this reality right now. I choose to be this powerless. Really? Well, you're already doing it on some of my levels, so you might as well call it out. The moment you go into that and just breathe into it, as uncomfortable as it is, you're healing a part of yourself that just doesn't want to be seen. It's like until that happens, until you fully open up to the powerlessness that you actually feel and love it, embody it, a part of you is just constantly going to be asking for attention. This little powerless you that you've been at war with. Like, no, I am not powerless. Let me show you all the things I can do. I can create this and create that. And what are we faced with right now on a global level? Powerlessness. You're watching the freaking violence, the war, the insanity that's, being piped on the media, on the mainstream, right? What is it there? It's just evoking fear and powerlessness. It's this massive fear porn thing. So what do? Go to war with it? Okay, well, that just perpetuates it. We pay attention to it. Well, that just perpetuates it. Do we ignore it? Well, that doesn't help. So what do? I want to meet your powerlessness. End the war with your powerlessness first, and then see the war outside of you end in your own life and then in the world. From that place, a greater level of courage then arises. When you meet your powerlessness, you transmute that, you let that move through you, that deep, dark void. Then you realize, holy shit, I'm not afraid to be powerless. Well, if that's gone, then, well, now what? Now what do I do? Oh, what about that business that I'm afraid of starting? Well, screw it. Let's go. Let's do it. What's the worst thing that will happen? Well, maybe you'll fail and I realize how powerless I am. Well, okay, well, I've already done that. Well, maybe it's this other thing that I want to do. Okay, maybe I could actually start speaking my truth right now. And actually, most likely, what you'll find is there'll be so much more peace that the things that you wanted to do, either you'll be motivated from a completely different place, or many of those things will just fall away. Because a lot of the things and motivations that are there are just to try to prove to yourself that you're powerful or that you can't do it. That was the game we played in the 1980s, 1990s, 2020s. It's a very different game. It's about coming into alignment, into calibration with the spirit that you actually are and creating from that place. And that part of you is not interested in proving anything. It's more interested in creating from here. And so courage is necessary right now. Courage for you to trust from here, to breathe into that powerlessness, to move in that direction that is bringing up that feeling of like, this is scary as fuck. Courage. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. We're doing it together. Thank you. It's been a pleasure connecting with you. And if you like more assistance in this process of receiving your greatness and your courage, check out the video down below. I made a video for you, which summarizes the essence of my life's work and what you can do right now to step into your truth, into your alignment, to just let it come through you, to speak your truth and shift this world with your energy alone. Because if there's something that's calling to be created through you right now, but you're experiencing blocks, fear, doubt, scarcity, if life isn't exactly hunky-dory, it's all about your energy right now. If it's in your energy field, it's in what you see. Shift the energy field. You'll shift what you see. The video is down below. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.